in fact see either Kalaglow or Amyndas. We're on the Irish outsider, I imagine, a 4-year-old filly Stanera. It would be very interesting if she can win or run well, because in her last race she won a handicap, but in the race before that she was a mile behind Golden Fleece in the Nijinsky Stakes. Golden Fleece, of course, now the Derby favourite. It would be very, very surprising if Stanera is good enough to trouble the likes of Kalaglow and Amyndas. There behind her is Rattling Wind, and interesting, on the left of the picture is Rattling Wind, but we've left Rattling Wind now, so I'll talk about Amyndas in the spotted colours. Well, you've seen this horse in both his runs this season. Last time he caused Rawley Gilbert to perform prodigies of valour at Newmarket, helping Amyndas, or rather helping Jeff Baxter to get Amyndas down to the start. But as you can see, he's got to the start well today. In both his races, he's run extremely well. Twice he's come up against Glint of Gold, and in the second of them he also came up against Ardross. He and Glint of Gold ran to the same form to a pound, Glint of Gold coming off just a little better each time. Both those races were over 1.5 miles. I think this 1.25 miles probably suits Amyndas better, because it was over that distance that he was third, probably the best race of his life in a way, third in the Champion Stakes, best race so far anyway, at the end of last season. But he's really in form, a real good tough horse. I think he'll give Kalaglow a real battle. Kalaglow is... There's Prince's Gate. Well, one member of the Maktoum family has just won the first race here. That was Prince Maktoum, Al Maktoum. Prince's Gate was bought last season by Prince Hamdan Al Maktoum. The third brother, of course, owns Jalmood, who I personally think may win the Derby. But Prince's Gate, a real good miler and 1.25 mile horse. I think he would like it a bit softer than it is today. And his only failure this season was when he was a longish way behind Kalaglow, when Kalaglow came out for the first time in the Duke of Sefton Stakes at Newmarket. Prince's Gate couldn't handle Kalaglow on the firm ground that day, but he'd won a race at Doncaster, and he's run a good race in Germany since, at Baden-Baden. He's pretty good on this ground, but he is a lot better when it's a bit softer. Nevertheless, a very much improved horse. Top weight today, got to give a bit of weight to Kalaglow and Amyndas, 3 pounds to be exact. The mind of Paul Cook, Prince's Gate. And now let's... And there's Kalaglow, Greville Starkey, on this elegant, athletic grey, one of Guy Harwood's favourite horses, I should think. He was unbeaten as a 2-year-old in 5 races, came out as a 3-year-old and absolutely hacked up in the Heath Stakes. At that time was favourite, or anyway very well fancied for the Derby. But since then his career has been a little bit checkered. He was beaten in the Mercadante, and then in the Derby itself he had an awful collision with Glint of Gold, pulled a ligament in one of his legs, and had to be off the course for the whole of the rest of his 3-year-old season. But when he came out again at Newmarket, as I've told you, he absolutely hacked up in the Earl of Sefton Stakes, with Prince's Gate well behind him. Since then he's gone to France, and it doesn't look good in the form book because he only finished 7th, but then you look a little bit closer and you find that he finished less than 3 lengths behind Bicala and a lot of other of the best horses in France. So that form in the Prix Gannet was by no means a disgrace. Kalaglow is a really beautiful mover. He loves this fast ground. I would expect Greville Starkey will very likely let him stride along in front, and the question is whether Amyndas can catch him. There he is then, number 5, Kalaglow. Silver season, you see... Now there's Rattling Wind. This is an interesting moment because it's the first appearance of this filly. She's by Youth, who you remember, a good French horse now at stud. And this filly, as a 3-year-old, was just about one of the best 3-year-old fillies in Italy. She won 4 of her races last season. She was beaten towards the end by Valderica in the Italian Oaks, and then in a race called the Premier Lydia Tesio, or Raston just beat her a short head. But she was a real good, consistent filly, trained in those days by a trainer called Botti, but she's now joined Charlie Nelson, and this is her first run in England. She looks to me as though it may do her a little bit of good, as though she could be made just a fraction fitter, but it'll be very interesting to see how she copes with these good English horses. There's Silver Season just gone into the stalls there in the striped colours. The mount of Tony Murray, number 6, Silver Season. He's very likely to be up there with the leaders, but they're nearly all in, so I'll hand over to Graham Good.
For this Brigadier Gerard Stakes, Rattling Wind, 4-year-old filly, American bred, formerly raced in Italy. Now ridden by Pat Heddery this afternoon. She has yet to go into the stalls, just being a little bit idiosyncratic at the moment, just wanting to go in. The next one after her will be Princess Gate. Those are the two left to go into the stalls. Rattling Wind giving Pat just an anxious moment. She's got her ears back. She doesn't particularly like the look of our English stalls perhaps, but she's going in quite calmly. Of course, jockeys are very anxious that in this run up to the Derby nothing happens to them. They want to be absolutely fighting fit for the Classic at Epsom on Wednesday, especially in the knowledge that so far Lester Piggott hasn't got a ride. Princess Gate just going in, that's it. When Princess Gate's in, they're all in. That's it, they're under starters' orders. They're off. It's a 1.25 mile race, and with two front runners in the field, I expect quite a blistering pace. And it's Fiesta Fun going on from Silver Season. These are the two front runners. Fiesta Fun, the leader, from Silver Season in second place, and Princess Gate third. Then comes Kalaglow in fourth. These are followed by Stanera, then Amyndas just being taken off his feet at this stage. He's got only two behind him, and those two are Rattling Wind, and finally Cafarana. The run through the first quarter mile, Fiesta Fun the leader, from Silver Season in second place. Then in third on the inside is Princess Gate, then comes Kalaglow, then Amyndas making up ground on the outside of Stanera. And these two clear from Rattling Wind, and the back marker, Cafarana, being chased along under Tony Ives. Continuing their journey down the far side, Fiesta Fun in the lead, from Silver Season in second, and Princess Gate third, and Kalaglow is fourth. Then comes Amyndas in fifth place. Heading down to the halfway stage in the Brigadier Gerard Stakes, with Fiesta Fun still in the lead, from Silver Season in second, and Princess Gate is third. Then comes Kalaglow in fourth, and Amyndas is fifth, and Stanera is sixth. And behind Stanera, a gap of a couple of lengths to Rattling Wind, and then two more lengths to Cafarana, as they begin the turn into the home straight. Brian Taylor on Fiesta Fun, setting a blistering pace, continues to show in the lead from Silver Season in second place. Just over 3.5 furlongs to go. Fiesta Fun, Silver Season, Kalaglow. Then behind these Amyndas, Princess Gate trying to come through up on the rails. Just over 2.5 furlongs to go. And it's now Silver Season that strikes the front from Kalaglow. Then behind these Amyndas and Princess Gate, with Stanera running on strongly. That's the one with the white cap. They've got just over 1.5 furlongs to go, just past the 2 furlong marker in fact. And Kalaglow in the lead, Kalaglow the leader, from in second place Silver Season. Then in third is Stanera. Behind these comes Amyndas, and the spotted jockey got a lot to do as they come inside the final furlong. And Kalaglow and Rebel Starkey a long way clear, coming inside the final half furlong. Kalaglow getting a very warm reception from the crowd here at Sandown Park in this the Brigadier Gerard Stakes. He's going to win it handsomely. At the line, Kalaglow is the winner. From Silver Season in second, Amyndas is third. Then came Stanera in fourth place, and behind